All right, everybody, let's do this. We delayed it a little bit, but not really, because if you think about it, we're starting around the same time I'd normally start a stream. So it all works out. It all works out. So, we are 9-4. We have 4 games left this season. We are currently tied in a ridiculous multi-team tie for the second best team in the league. The Chiefs are the runaway favorites right now. But we're going to make the playoffs, barring a miracle. I've had to help. I've had to help a little bit. I don't know how to explain last night's games, the overtimes, how close everything was. I don't know how to explain it. It has been a very, very bizarre season if you didn't see anything from last night. But we will see how the rest of the season goes. I think we're good. We didn't do weekly strategy yet, but we did use the scouting. Let's see what we got. I mean, I wouldn't say the team has found a way to ride the bike without my help. They have still needed some help here and there. Although at some points they have been, you know, for the most part, it's, I mean, there is the argument that we would not be in this situation had we not taken over. Ice Dogs, it was a brand new start. We went and made some edits to certain younger quarterbacks, so maybe they develop a little bit better. All right, Woodard, we still don't know this guy's dev pattern. Again, we're hoping he's the Clowney clone. Ooh, we'll know. We'll know by the end of the season. 445 out of 500. And then Terry McLaurin gets an upgrade because memes. He stays at a 97. This season was nuts, man. We've had so many breakouts as well. It's crazy. All right. Good old Terrence. All right. Well, let's do it. Let's jump in. We take on Deke Slayer's Detroit Lions. What do the Lions look like at this stage? They have Penei Sewell and Kai Clifford as superstars. They have no X factors. So here we go. Falcons, Lions. The more things change, the more they stay the same, chat. That is the only way to put it, I would say. The more things change, the more they stay the same. Stop making Deke Slayer cry. I mean, there's a chance that they beat us, you know? There's a chance. How did Hawk... I don't know how Hawk didn't end up being the superstar, in fairness. No idea. No idea. Goodness. Goodness.
It's the National Football League presented.
Well, let's rock. Let's see what we got. How am I liking All Pro? I mean, I'm tempted to bump it up to All Madden just to see what craziness happens. Like, I don't win every time on All Pro because this game it's madness. Like, just the gameplay in general. It's very interesting this year. I don't know if I could handle more cheese and randomness for All Madden, you know? Mister, I'm glad you had the prices right, Damien. 14 all at halftime. Make that 21-14. 21-17. And that is the score. Another very close game entering the fourth quarter. Who'd have thought? We turned it over. Marcus Peters, the former Falcon, intercepts it. And they get to within 3. We score 28-20. 8 minutes to go. Cole Johnson to Kyle Pitts. The Lions tie it at 28 apiece. We'll let the team do what they do. And they score. They killed so much clock, too. 1:02 to play. Marquise Beverly gets the touchdown. Can the Lions tie it? That is the question. 2 timeouts, 1:02 to go. That was a picture-perfect drive from the offense. We're through. He gets it rid of it. Oh, my God. He just got out of the way. Pete, I don't know what the next Madden series will be. I think more so I think more so I might... It depends on how long this goes, when the scouting update comes out. I mean, we're definitely, you know, once we win with the Falcons or we're, you know, satisfied with this Falcons run, we'll take a little bit of a break. Hopefully we can get a decent break between this, even if it's for a week or two. So, Monk, you had some great games there, for sure. You had some great games, for sure.
I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal
So.
to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Goff now to throw.
All right.
Pass
Good
complete.
catch, but they didn't get that much out of it.
Goes out right around the 39. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
My wallet's burning. I bought 3 jerseys. Very nice. What did you get? Oh my god, he has so much time. It's rifled. Oh my god, he just dropped it. Lions draft the glory. It might have to be the move, yeah. We'd build them up at the same pace. We would build it up at the same pace. 3rd and 7. 39 seconds to go. They still have 2 timeouts. Can we pressure Goff? He rifles it out again. He didn't catch it in bounds. 4th and 7. DK Metcalf, action green, Jamal Adams, nice. I can't really get started on a football jersey collection, you know. Goff heaves it. He dropped it. That should be it. I can't believe he dropped it. Why'd he throw it off his back foot with no pressure on him? Because it's Jared Goff. That should be the game. Victory formation, and indeed it will be. A couple of close calls, but the Lions receivers can't hold it. And you know what that means. You know what that means.
No touching! No touching!
No touching. And of course.
Falcon fans, get on your feet! It's time to show them
Dirty
the
bird.
team. The countdown's
Possible to do a single conference draft of glory. It is, and people have been asking about that for a long time. Oh, Ron, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Mr. Rivera. I'm so sorry. And indeed, it is another one-possession victory, as Neely mentioned. The craziness of the season continues. We get the win. Beautifully done. Colt did not have a very good game in terms of, I guess, success rate. Edwards-Helaire had 13.6 yards a carry on average. He's nuts. So wait, it must have been the running game that dominated to get us those. Oh yeah, it was. Beverly had 3 touchdowns. The running game got us that win. That is exactly what happened. That was all down to the running game. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And we got booted out of franchise. That's cool. We got booted out of franchise. God damn. Just making sure I didn't have to reset it or anything. Looks like we're good. The win counted, at least. I don't know if we count that as a crash. It's pretty close. Pretty close. Is pretty close. Alright. 3 games left. Playoff picture. It is. NFC side. We are the #1 seed as it stands. Bears and football team. Cowboys and Giants. Niners, Panthers. On the other side, the Chiefs are the #1 seed. Colts, Jets, Pats, Dolphins, Ravens, Raiders. As it stands, we would have a first-round bye. Thank God. Thank God. Weren't you 2-4 this season? I don't remember if it was as bad as 2-4. Maybe it was. But again, yesterday was ridiculous. Tony Broyles. Royals. I thought that was a double L. Jeffrey Stanton at linebacker. Hello, 3rd-round steals. If we even need them. It's pretty good 3rd-round steals. Good stuff. Good stuff. Scouting. see. Let's rock. Whoops. Did I already do it? I thought I did. For some reason, I thought I simmed to the next week. I think that's because I viewed the playoff picture second. Losing my mind. Oh, boy. Are we ready for Christian McCaffrey to rip us to shreds? Because we know it's coming. It always happens. Every time. Every time. Every time it happens. We actually got no upgrades after training. Interesting. So this, indeed, both teams 10-4 could be for the #1 seed, ultimately. So again, we know, we're well aware of our superstars and then our X Factors. They still have Burns, McCaffrey, Hassan Reddick at linebacker, Moore, Brown, and Darnold. Still there. Still the man. Did I hit back twice? I did. Whoops. Well, that cuts into a bit of the excitement. Alright. Let's go. Colt Johnson. Colt Johnson. Let's do it. Let's do this. I have another dirty bird. That's up to the team. First quarter. I think it's change up his ability because that one's kind of trash. We'll see. As we got dunked on in the first quarter. Touchdown. Thank you. 21-7 at the half. We're on the verge of scoring here. 21-14. All right, it's closer. Kyle Pitts with the touchdown. Do we let them take control on the offense, or do we just jump in now? Because this is the biggest game of the season. Like it is. This is the biggest game of the season. We might have to take over here. People are saying jump in. All right. The problem is, like, there's no guarantees because I'd have to stop McCaffrey on defense. And we've all seen how bad I am at trying to stop McCaffrey.
They'll run on first down. Beverly.
Good opening run for Beverly. And Colbert on the O-line gets hurt. It's not great.
And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon.
Okay.
So from the 39
Interesting
now,
setup here. We'll look for Hardwick over the middle.
Something you want to see in week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back.
Oh my God, it's Kyle Pitts. Down to the 24. He was wide open. Wide open.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of
I don't understand how it's always Pitts. Alright. We'll go for a quick throw out of this. Look for Hardwick.
Operating from the gun. Johnson.
I don't like this. I know he's wide open, but I don't remember what icon he had. Colt Johnson. There was a dude wide open in the middle of the field. I couldn't remember what icon he had. Whew. Well, that was nuts. Colbert, we'll keep him in. Thank God we got a guy who can run. No Edwards-Helaire. It makes me wonder if he got hurt. Awful from the left guard. Absolutely awful.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And we do need the touchdown, but I'm not afraid to run it.
They'll keep it on the ground. Beverly. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
We'll take it. We will take it.
His 10th touchdown of the season, and the Falcons have made it a one-score.
Just rided the O-lineman's back until we step into the end zone. And we do get a relatively quick touchdown. Fox, how are you, buddy? It is good to see you. Go for two. Too much of a risk. That was fantastic. My God. That's the balance for Edwards-Helaire falling over last time, right? Damn. Couldn't get a hit stick off there. All right. Can we play defense? Can we stop McCaffrey? McCaffrey's not in. Interesting. No Christian McCaffrey should be good news. And Woodard's hurt. No. No, you don't get to hurt our clowny clone. Not allowed. Come on, Davison. Oh, what a pick! It's the rookie McKee. I don't know why it registered stepping backwards as he picked it. I thought that was a pick six, but I'll take it. It's the rookie. I don't know if that animation was deserved either, but we'll take it. And with that, we have a splendid chance here.
Now Johnson on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh,
absolutely awful. Nobody blocked that guy. Shoulder strain for Woodard. We'll take him out for the rest of the game. No reason for him to get hurt.
2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
See if we can get the hit here.
To throw again. Johnson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the
Too risky.
And,
safety had way too much time to close up there.
Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been.
Got to go for the slants here. Let's get Beverly blocking. James White's a better blocking running back. Oh my goodness. The O-line held up. The O-line held up. Beautiful. Beautiful. Slant, cheesy indeed. I mean, it's only because they were threatening the blitz. Okay, we tied that up incredibly fast. Boys, don't blow it. Please don't blow this. I'm trusting you on defense. Don't blow it. They blew it. We need a field goal in 4.5 minutes. Boy, I wonder if they're blitzing. Edwards-Hilaire's back in.
Johnson now throwing on first down.
Oh, fuck. A was open, but I missed it.
And he just gets rid of
they dropped more people back into the secondary than I thought they were going to on a play like that.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Can't move Peters over, unfortunately. I thought Jerry would hold that block. Kind of treated as a counter. Jerry didn't hold the block.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play
rough.
second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now.
Kyle Pitts.
Going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And this will be caught at the 30.
I thought he was overthrown. But Kyle Pitts does what Kyle Pitts does. I really thought Colt overthrew him. It'd be a good time for play action since we have to throw.
They go play action here on first down. Now a swing pass. It's
damn. Went for the safe play. It'll kill a little bit more time too.
Catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends. Because
let's kill some time. Because worst case, we kick the field goal and tie it. We just don't want to leave them with too much time.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
89 went and blocked upfield, and I don't know why. I have no idea why he went upfield to block. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Good chew clock. That'll get us to the 2-minute warning. We might have to settle for the field goal. Court, what's going on as well? Emily, how are you too? We just switched over to Madden recently. After an interesting time on NHL. Is how I will phrase it. I wasn't paying attention and I thought the clocks were different. That's okay.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course. And that
I got distracted. It's okay. Doesn't bring us back that far, and we have Kyle Pitts. If he ends up in single coverage, he's going to catch the ball.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Told you. He's got his X Factor activated. I knew we were good to go. I was also sure the clock was on your side. Right? It felt like it. Apparently not. Buck, I have actually been asked to do videos where I go back and look at my old roster edits to see if I was on the mark. I have indeed been asked to do that. We might have to someday. Okay, see, this is what I was hoping we wouldn't see. Candidates. I hit A, I swear to God. No, contortionist is just one of the X factors that goalies can get. Alright, I really should focus in here. But, I mean, it's now 2nd and 8, and I might get a better look at running the ball here. So.
Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun.
It's a really good shoestring tackle. We're just burning the time here, though, so it's perfectly fine.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to...
I can't believe the O-line didn't hold up there.
I don't think he got there. He did not. They'll stop him short. Tough sledding.
We do want a touchdown, but I was trying to burn time en route to get it.
3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
I really thought we'd get the first down there and then have time. But now I have to just kill the clock, kick the field goal, and take overtime because the O-line didn't hold up.
And they will get the timeout.
I really did think that we were going to be okay. Just aim slightly to the left and we're okay.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds.
Aim slightly to the left and we're okay.
And his kick
Overtime. So the plan to make sure they had no time left to score if we got the touchdown to tie it backfired because they held up defensively. They held up. Who's getting the ball first? The answer is the Panthers. That plan to not throw the ball may have backfired. But we had to play it safe in possession. If we turned it over, that was the ball game. So, didn't go our way, but we still got a chance to win it.
But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game
All we need is a stop. This is playoffs. No, but the winner of this game is likely to end up with the #1 seed. Good hit, but no fumble. Question is Christian McCaffrey healthy? And he is, because he's right there. Which means we got to be real careful. Especially, yep, because they're going to pass.
I can't wait to see how the defense decides to play this, because knowing that the next point you give up, lose the game point, I expect them to be more aggressive, not just play a normal situational defense.
Again, I'm good with giving them the underneath.
Because otherwise, the offense just trying
But it's interesting how aggressive that they're being. Somebody nearly jumped. Surprised we didn't get called.
I think the defense needs to go after him.
Charles Davis says maybe they go aggressive.
Very nice, Adrian. Crazier than I am. I don't dare edit FHM.
Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey.
That's why I'm dropping people back in case McCaffrey breaks through. I don't want to blitz and just have him run it to the house.
Set them up with a 2nd and 3.
We need to get more pressure on Darnold.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
Big hit, no fumble.
Territory just across midfield at the 49.
All right, still got time to stop him. No McCaffrey. Let's bring the heat.
He finds his man complete. It's Knight.
They win. Our linebacker got torched. Carolina wins in overtime. I saw McCaffrey off the field. Figured now was maybe the time to pressure. And the running back that was in the lineup or on the field over McCaffrey is the one who just scored the winner. That was a horrible audible. Absolutely horrible audible. and I shoulder the blame. So Carolina, as it stands, will be the #1 team with 2 weeks to go. It was just a bad call. Should have continued to play it safe underneath, but I thought we had a great chance to maybe get, pressure on Darnold and not just have him have open season to throw the ball. That's a tough loss. But probably evens out. We should probably have more losses than we do. So we're at 10-5. 11-4 Panthers. We play San Francisco and New Orleans to end the season. And indeed, now the Panthers are the #1 seed. We dropped all the way down to the 5th seed. We'd be matched up with San Fran if the playoffs started this week. So from 1 to 5, that's how close the NFC is right now. Tardif, we know we're going to drop. Stafford, we know we're going to drop. James White, we're going to drop. Buckhalter and PJ Walker. No reason to spend money on people that were signed for depth yet. We can do that later. So, alright, scouting wise. So, I mean, if we don't win the Super Bowl this season, we know that there are some more great players coming up in this draft. Depending on what draft picks we might have acquired from other teams, I mean, we know they'll be the lowest draft picks that we've had because it's our best season yet. Unfortunately now, the middle of the 3rd round appears to be trash outside of Flowers. So, let's see, the weekly strats. The weekly strat. Again, we still don't know how good Woodard is, but we'll keep training up our other superstars. So, Crease, red and green. Red means if they're in the 1st round pick and they're a green, they're essentially above expectation, right? So that's what the diamonds mean, and here I'll show you. So, for example, Casey Ford's a green diamond. 1st round projection, and then the green diamond's there at the bottom. Projection, early 1st rounder. Our scout says early 1st rounder. Hugh Goodson, 1st round pick, but our scout says he's more of a 2nd round pick. So it doesn't mean necessarily that he's going to be trash, but you might want to be careful. Because I find guys like Justin Dawson, who are quarterbacks, can still end up being pretty good. But it just means that our scout disagrees with where they're projected to be drafted. That's the thing to look out for there. Alright, we do have upgrade points this time. And a lot of them. Chris Lindstrom. Make sure he stays as a scheme fit. He is an 85. How old is he now? 28. Jesus. Joey Holcomb. Our fantastic slot option. He's up to a 78. It's a shame he never got a breakout moment. It's basically for red. If you liked him, your scout's saying you should wait and try and get him later. Yes. There's a pretty good chance you're going to be unhappy with the pick. Does he disagree with what he thinks? Or wait. Does he disagree where he thinks they should be drafted, or if they should be drafted at all? Pretty much where he thinks they should be drafted. If he thinks it's a player that shouldn't be drafted at all, it will tell you that it's a player that shouldn't be drafted at all. Ever thought of streaming a fantasy football league with other people? Yes, but also I have trouble keeping up with fantasy sports because it is one hell of a goddamn commitment. And yeah, not that I'm afraid of commitment, but it's just. It's one of those things where it's like if I don't have to take part in fantasy sports, I typically don't. I do like fantasy sports, the idea of making things a bit more interesting. As JD has under pressure. And the defensive rally. Jesus. Will grant a bonus pass rush point to all D linemen on any 3rd or 4th down. That's nuts. That's captain shit right there. So yeah, I like fantasy sports, but it's just one of those things in terms of like shit that I have to do. I'm not against having like that be the thing that's cut out in terms of needing to do it. So Fox, to showcase you here, I mean, I don't know if there's anybody that's an example of a red diamond that's saying, hey, don't draft this guy. But essentially it would just be a dash. Yeah, so there's really no example, but instead of like a number, you would see a little dash mark for undrafted. like you see with everybody else there. So, it was mentioned to take a look at our lovely rookie corners X Factor, Shelton McKee. Because his X Factor is recuperation. Players with this ability will recover from the effects of fatigue at an increased rate between plays. I agree that is kind of shit. I mean, tip drill, flat zone KO. Quick reaction times, any flat zone coverage. Mid zone KO. There's unfakeable. There's acrobat. I mean, acrobat would make sense based off of that interception that we saw him get because he covered a lot of ground to pick that off. I mean, I agree out of the X Factors, either flat zone KO or acrobat better suits him. I'm going to switch him over to acrobat. I don't really define that as cheating. Based off of how we've seen him play directly, that makes more sense. So, our draft story's still overpowered. I don't know because I never paid attention to draft stories. They don't work the same way that they used to either. I mean, you can go over to like this draft tab, but that's just for reactions. Top story, draft. I mean, it's still there. So if you want to know for sure, keep an eye out on Will Cartwright or Gerald Sears, actually. So Gerald Sears and Hugh Goodson are apparently the players to keep an eye out for. Jacoby Covington, our DT, is back from injury. Let's take on San Fran, see if we can get that win back, and maybe put pressure to reclaim a #1 seed heading into the playoffs. I don't think we'll get it now because of that loss. They still have Warner, Bosa, Kittle, Dre Greenlaw, and Trey Lance is a superstar. So, not bad. I'd have to take a look for MLB wildcard predictions at what the standings even are because, as you mentioned, it's been crazy, and it's very tough. Very tough to keep track. It's Tampa, Houston, Chicago, New York, and Boston. I think it'll stay that way. At least I hope. Well, I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing the Yankees drop out in favor of either Oakland, Seattle, or Toronto. But obviously, I got to sit there and hope that Boston stays. But, I mean, they've been hit or miss, whereas like the Yankees have been red hot. And then NL-wise, I mean, it's either Cincy, San Diego, or St. Louis, and I think San Diego has too much talent to not jump ahead of Cincy. There you go. My predictions. San Francisco, the home of WrestleMania 31. Home of the faithful, apparently. We're witnessing their team lose 10-0. 13-0. 13-3. 20-3 at the half. Not bad. Not bad. 20-10. 27-10. Boys, this might be. This might be. 27-13. Oh my God, we're gonna blow it. Oh my God, we're gonna blow it. Please don't blow it. Oh, thank God we didn't blow it. We only hold on by a field goal. We only hold on by a field goal.
No touching! No touching! No touching!
No touching. No touching. And one more time with feeling.
Get on your feet.
One more time with feeling as we beat Trey Lance and the Niners.
Do it in the dirty
Why was Matthew Stafford in?
Dirty bird, dirty bird, dirty bird, dirty bird, dirty bird.
Did Colt get hurt? Colt got hurt. Matt Stafford helped lead us to victory. Matt Stafford had a great game. But Colt is hurt in the penultimate game of the regular season. And we might have to rely on former University of Georgia quarterback Matt Stafford to lead the way. It does not mention a major injury, though. It doesn't. I think we're okay. I think it was just a one-game injury. We're okay, thank God. Colt is not hurt long term. Thank God. And indeed, if you guys want a chance to win a copy of F1 on Xbox, Reese's tweet's out there. I just retweeted it as well. We're okay. Matt Dadford carrying the playoffs. He might. So the playoff picture. In the AFC, Chiefs still number 1. It would be Colts, Browns, Dolphins, Pats, Ravens, Raiders. If the season or postseason were to begin today, Bears would be the number 1 seed. It would be Cowboys, football team, Panthers, Giants, San Fran, and Atlanta. This is an incredibly close rivalry. Like, my God. You look at the NFC. There are 4 teams that are 11-5. We have clinched a playoff spot for the first time. Only one of these 4 teams can make it. Only one of these 4 teams can make it, and we are neck and neck with the Panthers for the division title as well. Craziness. AFC North, the Ravens obviously made it. Wow. Colts have their division. The Dolphins and Pats are battling for the division title. Chiefs are the number 1 seed in the AFC. The Raiders also made it. And Lime with the host. Buddy, appreciate it. Hope the rest of the stream went well. Congratulations with all the love that was sent your way. You very much deserve it. I love you. But I did what I had to do. So, yeah, shit. Welcome, everybody. I hope you very much enjoyed what Lime put together. Yeah. Damn, man. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got here. Again, I cannot believe how close this playoff race is. This is insane. So, we still have a shot at the number 1 seed. I gotta hand it to the NHL crew for trying to make Seth Jones look good. I mean, that's what everyone dreams of who plays defense in NHL, to be as good as Seth Jones. That's what everybody dreams of. So, whoops, didn't mean to hit that again. So again, we are one of 4 teams that has a shot at the number 1 seed. As absurd as that is. Let's take a look at the scouting for the week as well. We have a ton of staff points that I really need to look through as well, just in case. Just in case. We'll see what's up. Grizz as well. What's up, man? Hope you're doing well. Let's see what we got. Well, it's all good. But, I mean, you know, I would say, you know, maybe the rules were left up to interpretation, and you try to have certain rules in place so that there's no contemplating when you're in a live situation. You can just say, hey, here's the rules, and there you go. But, yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. I'm not too worried. I am not too worried. All right, our weekly strat here as well. What do we got? Whoops. Okay, so unfortunately, Taylor Woodard has been confirmed as only a star. I was really thinking he might be a superstar out of the gates. That sucks. Lycos, all good. I will check in one moment. AJ Terrell, though, as a superstar, could be the focus. He's 26. Wilcox at 25. Let's focus on Kevin Wilcox here. That's a fair point. Seth Jones is the new Drew Doughty. Fair. Fair, fair, fair. Fair, fair, fair. I wonder what Drew Doughty's rating. I don't want to know. I'm going to edit it no matter what. I'm going to edit it no matter what. Alright, so. Do we have any further upgrades? We do. I didn't actually put those other ones on yet, so. Goodness. As a Kings fan, this thing. Drew Doughty had a much better year. Last season, as Crash Andrews will tell you, last season was Drew Doughty's best season in a couple of years. You could say, oh, but it's because the team was better, but, you know, there are certain stats that you look at. There are certain stats that you look at, and it's solely focused on the player. It's not about, oh, well, the team was also good as well. So, but yeah, Lycos, you can go ahead as well. I give you permission. As long, and you are subbed, so it won't pop you. Feel free. I don't care. It's all good. Jerry. Ooh, 2 skill points for Jerry. Look at Jerry. Make me laugh, funny man. He's up to a 75. This team got better. It did. It did, Warrior. It did. Has it already been confirmed if there is or isn't roster sharing in NHL 22? It has not been confirmed yet. Despite being a GC, I do not know the answer. Flat out. Flat out. And I think if it is in, they intentionally haven't told me for the sake of torturing me. If it's in, I think they haven't told me for the sake of torturing me. So I would probably be the last one to know. Which I don't blame them for doing. Not that I'm at risk of spilling the beans, of course. But I have asked them for it for 3 years now, if not 4. So I don't blame them for just being like, we're not gonna fucking tell this guy. Torture him a little bit longer. So, hey, it could be that. Fingers crossed that's what it is, right? Alright, so we can upgrade XP for wide receivers and tight ends to finish up that tree. Why would they do that? Probably because I spent the first hour and a half of this stream talking about how much I despise the gameplay of NHL 21. That might have something to do with it. That might have something to do with it. Alright, we do have the bigger boost here, so we could go for completing the minor boost. Our defensive coordinator's maxed out. Hawks all good. We got the minor boost to the big boost, like releasing for receivers, catching. Boost catching for wide receivers and tight ends by 5. We have to go for that. That's too good. Wheels, my now world-famous buddy and pal. Wheels, goddamn. How the hell are you? It is good to see you. And I hope you are well. And indeed, Lyco's had permission to post that, so don't worry about that. So, I don't know. It's already dying. The internet moves on fast, man. Trust me, I had that 13 seconds of fame, and Hawks, thank you for the gifted sub. I had that 13 seconds of fame when I got my Chara jersey the day he signed in Washington. And then nobody cared. That's how it works. The only thing that's stuck is me pissing off Tampa Bay Lightning fans by making fun of them, or not making fun of them, but calling them out for holding that parade during a pandemic. Those are the only people who still haven't let anything go. Everybody else just moves on. Alright, let's go for the footwork. Let's go for the increased catching by 5 for wide receivers and tight ends. We took that over boosting catching for halfbacks and fullbacks, because that's not even a question. Yeah, Fox, you let it go, in fairness. I think once you saw what I was actually trying to say. So we get plus 5 catching for wide receivers and tight ends, which is nuts. Looking forward to it. I want to turn my noties back on. Fair enough, man. So what you're saying is you don't want to be on the podcast. Have you gotten any offers to be on a podcast yet? I'm sure you have. I'm sure you have. Okay. So now we can take these minor boosts as well. Again, defensive coordinators. Alex is so mad. Alex, I promise you I will have you on the podcast when Tarasenko gets traded. So for the love of God, tell Tarasenko to get traded already. Wheels, I think it'd be a fun conversation. I gotta have Crash on it, man, as well. Catcher, I do want to play some F1 tonight. Hopefully we get to it. Just because I started streaming early doesn't mean I'm gonna end it early. So, unless I end up being tired. Trust me, I've tried. Alright. Yeah, so for the OC, NBC News asked if I could come on there more. Did they really? Fucking hell. Why do I have a feeling you said no? Just because you were getting tired of the attention? Alright, let's go for the XP boost. With wideouts, maybe? Or do we go for the stat boost? Yeah, because I don't need the... I turned down the skates and asked for a hoodie instead. Let's go for the XP boost. And I don't think I had... No, I do have enough points here. Danny Webster. Good old Danny's in here too. Love to see it. Danny, how the heck are you, buddy? I am doing fantastic. I hope you are as well. How is life, sir? How is life? Alright, let's go for that next big boost. Let's go for fancy footwork. I got enough for one more boost. So carrying for running backs, blocking for fullbacks, blocking for the O-lineman. Let's go blocking for the O-lineman. So that was a great use of points there. A great use of points. This team is going to get a nice little attribute boost, which is nice. Alright. If we beat the New Orleans Saints, we have a shot at the #1 seed in the postseason. But we gotta do it in the Soupy Boopy. Well, the Soupy Boopy is the Super Bowl. The Soupy Doopy, the Superdome. Yeah, where we have struggled. Right, I found my post and people saying, yeah, Wheels, I saw that, and to be honest, I mentioned that on the podcast. I mentioned that on the podcast, because I mentioned that tweet, and I'm like, first and foremost, he's one of the best goddamn people in this community. But I'm like, and to any, because Deej and I had a conversation essentially about Twitter and some of the toxic aspects of it, and so it kind of came up in conversation about just like how ridiculous a lot of people can be. But, you know, who's to say? Maybe you did wait 16 years until Twitter was big enough to cash out, to cash in on your traumatic injury. God, the internet's a horrible place. The internet's a horrible place. In a lot of ways. The Soupy Superdome? Indeed. We're at the Silver Dome. Remember when you could bring up Hulk Hogan without feeling bad? You have to bring him up because he's a horrible, violent racist? I'm pretty sure my game just crashed. Add that to the crash counter. Is it going to crash my Xbox? I think it's about to crash my... And okay. Yeah. And I think that's my Xbox off. I think, yep, it crashed my Xbox. I think that is at least the 4th time that the game has completely crashed my console. No returns. I didn't even pay for it. I kind of want a refund. No returns. You own it. Deal with it. Oh my god. Like, you just have to laugh. Did you see a team picked up the... I did! Yeah, Wheels, that was a part of the conversation. That was a part of the conversation. So, we didn't bring up your name directly in that conversation, I will say. But that was a big part of the conversation, was just how toxic the internet can be, to be like, no, this guy's faking a traumatic injury, but this guy deserves a second chance for being a shitty person. And I mean, Deej had mentioned the opinion. Now, I agree with this too. I don't want to put this on my main channel as just a topic of discussion, because I don't want it. Thanks for not calling me a racist on the pod. You're welcome. Anytime. I didn't want to put up the conversation of like, hey, use Mitch Miller's name to get clicks, or use Evander Kane's name again to get clicks out of it. But like, the conversation was like, Deej essentially mentioning, and I agree with the thought of, like, I don't necessarily hate those people, even though, like, I feel sorry for those people, because how does Evander Kane not realize what a shitty person he is? How does Mitch Miller not realize? How has nobody... I feel bad for Mitch Miller, because nobody around him has told him what a terrible person he is. And it's like, Deej had that point, and I'm like, I agree with that. Spent all day figuring out Nolan Patrick, so I'm ready for the offseason to be over. Defined as in just like studying his game, I'm guessing? Fair enough. Alright, here we go. Here we go. The final regular season game. We are playoff bound. But will we be the #1 seed? Can we win our division as well against our greatest rivals? We are up 14-0 early at the end of the first quarter. So not bad. 14-7. 17-7, 17-14 at the half. Shocker. Close game. Close game. Still 17-14. Oh god. Where he fits in the lineup, I just don't know. So Danny, that was your final analysis. It's like, I don't know where Nolan Patrick fits. Do you think Cody Glass would have been a better fit for that team? Detroit Become Human. Is Detroit Become Human worth playing? Yes, I love that game. We had a lot of fun with that game. You can watch my full Let's Play of that game on my channel. I love Detroit Become Human, and I think we'll probably play through it again at some point. We're down by 1. Boys, I'm going to trust the offense. I shouldn't have trusted the offense. We got to jump in. We got to jump in because this is our only chance. Our only chance. Come on. Yeah, I played story games like that all the time, Pizza. Shit, I just couldn't get to him in time. Good hit. We need to stop here. I mean, yes, but at least he has... At least he tried to at least act like he was maybe kind of half sorry. You know? As opposed to other people. Anyway, I don't want to talk about those two. They don't deserve anything at the moment. I have played the Telltale series. I played through Telltale Batman off stream, but we played through the Walking Dead series entirely on this channel. And I think all of it is uploaded on YouTube as well. Started going viral. I'm trying to remember all the political stuff I tweeted. So nobody got back to you, Wheels, about like, oh my god, but this guy tweeted this. He deserves no attention. Telltale Batman is pretty solid. I enjoyed it. If I played Telltale Back to the Future, I haven't. Nor have I played Telltale Game of Thrones. Because, yikes. God, remember how Game of Thrones used to be the biggest show in the world and they completely blew it and killed everyone's interest in it? Alright, it is 3rd and 12 here. This could be our season on the line. We need Ellington in a QB spy because he can take off. 3-man rush, boys. 3-man rush. Covington! Way to put the pressure on Covington. Haven't any trolls come back saying I have heard. Oh, yeah. Wheels, to be honest, I'm shocked. You're not like, yeah, I just mainly got a crap load of hate more than love. That wouldn't have been surprising with Twitter, you know? Look at Covington. Just bowled that man over and forced Beckham to get rid of it. Beautiful. All right. There is a Game of Thrones Telltale game, yes. At least the prequel can't get ruined. God, Game of Thrones was the biggest show in the world, and then it very much wasn't. Oh yeah, Wheels, we get all the top goalies in here for a game I barely play. Yeah, what a run. Whoo! Colt Johnson. Did we finish the Arkham series? We didn't. I tried to play through the Arkham series to cheer myself up after after I got toyed with by somebody, essentially. It's really how that situation went down. And, yeah, it didn't cheer me up. So we're going to go back through those at some point. It's on the long goddamn list of games I have to finish someday. Will I ever finish them? I don't know. I mean, not as if I haven't played through the Arkham series before. Yeah, that time was fun. Not bad for James White. I mean, I have played through Arkham Knight before, but I haven't played it on stream. I still might have one of the records on Arkham Knight for one of like the minigame challenges. X was wide open over the middle of the field, but we got flushed out of the pocket. Okay. This is a dangerous situation. Jerry! Jerry! Oh, he was so close. Oh, he was so close. We have to kick the field goal. It's a 46-yarder. We have to kick it. Harrison Butker. We were that close to being able to wind down the last minute 23. That close. But now they have time, and now the defense has to hold on. We've had a lot of heartbreak in this stadium. A whole lot of heartbreak. Let's hope we're not in line for more. Let's hope we're not in line for more.
Eyes on the Saints offense. Down on the scoreboard. At time, a huge
Don't necessarily want to give him the underneath, but I'm not afraid of it.
As they come up with a 1st and 10. Pass complete, Thomas. And
Damn.
he'll be out right at the 35.
2nd and inches. You got out of bounds too. I'm gonna have Franklin in a QB spot. I don't dare risk it. Scott's through.
Always so empathetic for those
Damn.
DBs, aren't you? And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. He's back to throw. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. He's got Landry. And he'll
This is getting scary. Clock's ticking though.
The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a 1st down. His throw incomplete.
Goodness. Okay. 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Again, we got to send 3. Keep the QB spy. That's a disaster. That's a disaster. Now's the time to send the heat and try to knock him. Oh, good. It's being reviewed. Come on. Call it back. Call it back. Call it back. I don't know if he got that. Call it back. It's good. Okay. Confirmed. We need to blitz. We absolutely need to blitz. Try to just try to get him out of field goal range. That's all we can do.
Back to throw.
Yeah.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10.
We had to risk it.
5 at the 6. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans.
Same thing. We'll blitz again.
As they'll stop the clock with
Trying to force that
24 seconds
turnover.
to go in the game. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks.
Touchdown. Okay.
And this is caught. Touchdown.
We couldn't stop him.
Taking the lead here in the final.
We have 21 seconds with 3 timeouts to score a touchdown to steal this game, or we miss out on the division title. 21 seconds. The problem is it has to be a touchdown, not a field goal. I just knew their kicker would make it. Okay, it's a returnable for Ramon Andrews.
Here comes Andrews. A lane open.
Oh, man, the kicker. Oh, the kicker just stopped that. Great return. Okay.
We get a look at the Saints defense as they file into position. And we'll see
Okay,
if they
we're all
can
right.
get one final stop
We're all right.
with this crowd behind them.
And let's face it, as much as we want to say it's all about the guys on the field, they can get some help right here from the home crowd. And they're going to try.
Great catch by Pitts. 9 seconds. Only 9 seconds, though. Viper, what's up?
Making some noise now. That play going
We need
for
Hardwick or
16
McLaurin to break
yards
through.
drive, 1st down. From the gun, Johnson.
Hardwick going for goal. Touchdown, Falcons. Yes.
Across for the touchdown.
Yes.
The game winner.
I called a timeout in case he was on the 1. Greg Hardwick. Whoo. Oh my God, he went superstar this year. What a bomb from Colt, and what a job to hold on to it. And with that, we should be
The Falcons are going to leave the
the number 1 seed. At least the dream is alive.
They'll try and throw for it.
And the 2-point conversion is good.
3-point game.
With 2 seconds to go, we have pulled off some ungodly last-second winners. We really have. The squib kick. They have to return this for a TD. We'll go back with James White. That's the ball game right there. Unbelievable. Sean Payton. Eat pant. I have never been so happy to play this song. Never been. Let's play it, baby. You know what time.
Falcon fans, get on your feet.
You know what time it is.
Show the other team the countdown.
Incredible game. Absolutely ridiculous. What a performance. Colt Johnson against Charlie Beckham, as per usual, was outrageous. But Colt gets the win, and that's what matters. Will we be the number 1 seed? We need a few tiebreakers to go our way. Greg Hardwick gets an upgrade point out of that. Yeah, you don't say. Up to an 86. He is an absolute monster. Unbelievable. All the boosts that he gets under the physical category. Saints defense on the last second. They did get it right, huh? Eric Colbert is up to an 83. Just before our first trip to the playoffs. So where will we be? We know we're playoff bound. What's it going to be? And indeed, we were not the number 1 seed. The Bears take it. We finish as the 2nd seed on tiebreaker. So the Chiefs are the number 1 seed in the AFC. It'll be Ravens, Jets, Colts, Patriots, Dolphins, and Raiders. In the NFC, Falcons football team, Cowboys, Giants, Niners, and Panthers. For the first time, it took until 2025, we have made the playoffs.